The Anchor House Ride for Runaways is a 7-day, 500-mile bike ride to support Anchor House, a multi-service agency for runaway, homeless, abused, and at-risk youth and their families. Anchor House was founded in 1978, and it is celebrating its 40th year of operation. This year's ride started in Harrisonburg, Virginia, and finished 7 days later in Trenton, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Kim McNair, Executive Director of Anchor House, and as we celebrate 40 years, we're very excited about where we were and where we are today. We currently have 7 programs: our shelter program, our Anchorage Transitional Living program, our school outreach program, our Connecting Youth program, our Anchor Line and Anchor Link programs, as well as our Rapid Rehousing. So we're servicing young people between the ages of 12 to 24 years old. We're very excited about what our staff are doing on behalf of young people. We're also extremely appreciative of the support that we receive from our riders and the community at large, all working to help make a difference in the lives of children and families.
No running, pushing, or shoving. Well, Bill's not here, so we know that's good. And adult supervision. Where's Kathy?
So you're the mysterious sign maker.
Okay. So I was in Anchor House in 1989. I was 14, and so I was in room 2, bed 2. And then Patty here was my coach right after, and because of her, I'm thankful. And so I heard she was coming to town, and I had to do this. So,
Thank you so much.
I know.
So our primary goals with our kids in the program are all of their basic needs. We're here to put a roof over their head, to give them something to eat, to make them feel comfortable and cared for, to be able to point them in the right direction for what comes next, because it is such a short-term program. We'll work with life skills, we'll work on decision-making, conflict resolution. The kids from Anchor House come from just about anywhere you can think of. Some are coming through DCP&P, so there's abuse and neglect issues there. Some are coming through family court. Some are coming from school situations, really anywhere you can think. Our kids can stay in our shelter program for up to 30 days. The average stay is about 2 weeks. Kind of depends on where they're coming from and what their situations need.
Goose Crossing. Good morning.
I'm making peanut butter sandwiches. I'm trying to be very happy and encourage the riders. I'm offering special sandwiches to everybody. I'll make them whatever they want. I've already had an order for a corned beef on rye, side of fries,
Very nice.
a cheesesteak, and I'm telling people it's got to come out of one of these 3 jars.
slip to despair. Find my name on your cell, I'll be there with a spare. On your highway to hell, you will climb. To the top of the hill, you will climb. You have strength and skill, you will climb. Keep your head if you will climb. You are climbing still when you feel like you struggle in the loneliest place. Keep your tires pumped up, keep the sun off your face, keep the warmth in your heart, keep the pedal on your shoe. There's a sand just beyond, we will wait for you. You will climb, you will see from above, you will climb. You keep going up, you will climb. You have trained enough, you will climb. No, we won't shut up, you will climb. To the top of the hill, you will climb. We will watch you, we will, you will climb.
So the Anchorage is a residential transitional living program for youth between the ages of 18 and 21. This is their home, and one of the things that we like to remind ourselves is that we work in their home. They don't live in our office. So that always keeps us centered on the youth and what their goals are. Some are literally homeless, living on the streets, etc., and some are aging out of the child welfare system, so they may have been in foster homes. While they're here, they're learning life skills, getting assistance with education, employment, financial literacy, home maintenance. They do receive therapy. We also participate in rec because at the end of the day, we're a family. We just had 2 of our youth attend their senior prom, and that was great fun to help them set that up. So the Savings Club is a way that we recognize our residents when they hit certain targets as far as savings. They are saving 50% of every paycheck to put towards moving into the community, and every time they hit one of these milestones, we like to recognize them. So we have the $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000.
Nice weather.
Very good.
A few rolling hills. Trying to chase Peter up the hills. It's all good.
Anchorline is a transitional supportive housing program for ages 18 to 21. So the population that we serve are youth in the community that find themselves homeless for various different life situations. They come here not only to have a home and a stable home at that, but to learn life skills, how to sign a lease, if I had a problem in my apartment, what do I do, what's a savings account, what's credit, why does my credit even matter, why do I have to pay bills, how do I get a job, all of those things. They are here to learn those skills and to do it in a place where they can be stable and they can be safe so that they can really take that with them when they go off into the big world. We are in the outreach office, so it's very likely that a youth could come in just from walking in and saying, I need help with housing. They would apply for the program, they would be interviewed for the program. We would discuss the requirements of the program, and we would discuss their life situation and what makes them a good fit. Like we have a lot of kids that have had a lot of professionals in their lives, people telling them what they should do. We want kids who know themselves, have a good, healthy sense of self-worth. The most rewarding part is seeing a kid doing something that it might seem very everyday, but they're learning how to be in control of their own lives, and they're learning skills that will make them feel that self-worth and make them feel that that they're awesome. And they come in and they're all awesome.
For Wednesday's ride, the riders started and ended the day in the same hotel in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It was the first time that the ride for Runaways included a loop day.
And trees of green, They say the hardest roads lead to freedom, and each mile feels like a dream. You can't always ride in a straight line. You can't always ride in a straight line. You can't always ride in a straight line. But on the day they say you come back around.
For me, you know, I would ride a loop anyway. You know, it's I'm riding someplace I've never ridden before, so it doesn't matter if it's a loop and I come back to the same place or I go to someplace different.
The Connecting Youth program helps youth ages 14 to 17 build a support system so they have a lifelong connection within the community. The program helps youth find family or people they consider as family and mentors to help them transition into adulthood. Without those secure attachments and meaningful relationships, research shows that these young adults are at increased risk of future homelessness and other bad outcomes. Connecting Youth is a new and unique opportunity to revive, refocus, and renew our efforts to secure permanent connections and relationship. Ultimately, our goal is to build supportive networks that will last for the rest of their lives, specifically for youth over the age of 14 who can too easily fall by the wayside the longer they remain in care. Underlying every goal and activity of Connecting Youth are the values of urgency and persistence. It is important that the older youth remain a priority, no matter how many other people or programs have discounted their chances for achieving permanence.
volunteered to push her, so I got in the car.
The chef. Yes.
Okay.
What is it like to be an Anchor House chef?
Well, you know, I have a nickname this week. They call me the Stew Chef.
What is your favorite chefatory invention?
Well, I think today's special.
Okay.
I'd like to introduce you to today's special.
Okay.
We got your freshly grown apples with hazelnut chocolate and a graham cracker crust. Oh, voila!
Exquisite.
What number are we? Oh, there's a smile. There's a smile. 86.
The mechanic for the ride is Pete Garnish of Knapp's Cyclery.
AnchorLink is the outreach umbrella for Anchor House. It is the front line for Anchor House in terms of reaching kids on the street when they're having homeless episodes. So we have the drop-in center where youth can drop in after they've been contacted through some type of an outreach event about the services we have here. For homeless youth in this area, you don't see typically what you would see on TV, where they're tent cities, families of homeless youth who survive together and things like that. That's not the way it looks in Mercer County. So the way it looks for our youth is that they have a lot of friends whose parents may let them stay on the couch. And we call it couch surfing. And so the homeless problem remains hidden because we're not seeing youth at that stage of homelessness, right? So they're absolutely homeless when the parent does not want to have them sleeping on the couch anymore. Then they're in a homeless episode. If they're over 18, they're going to the rescue mission, where they are in an emergency shelter with people who have been chronically homeless. So that is a very big risk factor for homeless youth. We need emergency housing for homeless youth between 18 and 24, and those are the services that Anchor House is advocating for. And we have some housing alternatives that are not emergency housing, but for that specific population, because we know that homeless youth between the ages of 18 and 21 on the street are encountered with some very serious risk factors that could make their homeless episode an even greater impact to their success in the future.
Rapid Rehousing is a program for aging out youth from all the other programs, but they're from 18 to 24. We currently have placement for 4, and this program has 3 components. It's identifying housing, providing case management, supportive services, and also rental assistance. Now, when they get into an apartment, it's for a 12-month lease, and they're provided with an array of services, through the Anchor House. And it's not just with Rapid Rehousing, but all the other services that comes with our program. Our clients are homeless youth from in our communities, either coming off the street or through our C Center, or just coming through our doors.
Nice to meet you. Wagner.
So your shoes are interesting today. What happened to your shoes?
Well, I broke my sole. Maybe I just didn't go to church enough.
What's with all the graffiti?
The graffiti. This is my 25th year, 20th consecutive year, and my brother got all sorts of t-shirts and jerseys made up for us to celebrate my 25th year. Yep.
Very nice.
That's me, Deacon Dad. That was the name given to me by my daughter when I first started into being a Catholic deacon. And the back has all the places we've been in those 25 years.
Oh my gosh.
All the different rides. I'm very grateful. It's been a great privilege to be able to do this for all these years.
We now salute the support crew for the 2018 Ride for Runaways.
Hi, my name is Zena Alaboudi, and I've been in the Anchorage for 4 months now. And something I like about this program is it gives you many opportunities. I alone have like 3 scholarships coming here for college, and it builds you and it gives you a lot of independent skills that you will need later on in life. This is a program that is held 18 from 21 years of age, and it gives you so much offers, and it teaches you responsibilities and living skills on everyday life. And I honestly feel very blessed to be here.
Hello, I'm Shanice, and I actually used to reside with Anchor House in the Anchorage. When I was 16, I was in the DIFA system, and that's how I first got introduced to Anchor House, Inc. and I was in the runaway home, so I was going through all of that. And then I moved over when I was 18 to the transitional living house. And so they taught me a lot of life skills and basically helped me get on my way to school. And I actually just recently graduated college at Montclair State University. My degree was in business administration, finance, and management. And they also were just there along the way. I'm now 28 years old, and I started when I was 16. So it's been a long journey, and they've been here every step of the way. They've been like a big support system for me when my family wasn't there. So
volunteering at Anchor House is about sharing your passion, your talents, your strengths with kids who have never really had a great experience with grown-ups and who get to see new possibilities for their life through your volunteerism.
The week was great. The weather was good. The company was great. A great route, and thank God the weather did cooperate. We've had years where it didn't, but this year it did, and the hills were they were tough, but we got out of them. We worked out it. The girls pulled me up the hills.
Perfect weather for the entire week. Right here. Absolutely wonderful weather. Great ride.
Thanks for 40 years, not only to our staff who work very hard, but also to the community who all support us. We thank you all so much for making a difference in the lives of our children, youth, and families.
So if you're looking for something really fun to do in the summertime, but something that is challenging, but you're thinking, yeah, I could do this because I like to ride a bike, this is the perfect event to be a part of, because you don't have to be a really good rider. You just have to devote time to train for this ride. And the way to get involved with us is to contact me in December, January, and get signed up for the ride so that you can take part in the ride the following July.